Now, what would you do if you had 3 kids, 4, 5, and 7, and you had to run out? Let's just leave them alone. What's going on? This is My Life in the Shop. I'm your host, Donald Washington. Her name is Tyeisha Coneisha Streater. 26 years old out of North Carolina. She's going to leave her 4, 5, and 7 years old. And once I read you guys the story on what the 7-year-old was doing, acting out a sex act, running into the middle of the street, and also running into the middle of the street, a neighbor called the police after they seen one of the kids with a Grey Goose, drinking out of a Grey Goose bottle. This is My Life in the Shop. So now, this is very disturbing. I'm going to bring you guys this story. And
the 911 call from a concerned neighbor that sent officers to Hartford Drive, which then landed 26-year-old Tyeisha Streater in jail.
Like I said, I understand my charge was not justified anything.
When officers arrived, they say they found Streater's kids, who are just 4, 5, and 7 years old, outside drinking out of a Grey Goose bottle, and that the 7-year-old was seen out on the front lawn acting out other disturbing behavior. During a video arraignment, Streater begged the judge to lower her bond, claiming she lives a low-key life and has no history of being a criminal.
I have no record, Your Honor. I'm not, I don't have a record whatsoever. I work and come home to my kids. That's it.
The kids were left alone for more than 7 hours, according to the arrest warrant. But Streater says there's no way her kids could have been in danger because she was only gone for about an hour, and there was no vodka inside any of the bottles police found in her home.
There were no the alcohol bottles that was there. I had to spill with water.
No way your kid could have been in danger. All right, so now I talk about issues in the community. Where do we start? It starts at home. 80 to 90% of the prison inmates come from a single home. High school dropout rates, every negative statistic, all share the exact same common denominator. Single parents, every single one of the killers, the killed, gang members, drug dealers, you name it. Negative statistics have every one single common denominator, and it comes back to the home. Who is running the home? Now, let's talk about why, and this is why I'm against the welfare system. These kids, once I bring you guys the story out of the news, these kids are now being kept with, guess who? The grandmother. You know why the grandmother? The fathers ain't ish. Here it is. This is what the welfare system creates. It allows the horrible decision to lay down with a low-life loser with no crib, no car, no career, who don't want you, can't take care of his other 10 kids. He run off. These kids are left outside alone because you have no babysitter. And she got 3 kids. I'm almost willing to bet you. No, get that. I'm willing to bet you. Out of those 3 kids, they all 3 probably got 3 different baby daddies. I did so many stories, and all 3 kids, 3 different baby daddies, and the mother is sleeping with another deadbeat baby daddy. Not just one deadbeat, not just 2 deadbeats, 3 deadbeats that don't want to take care of their kids, don't even want the kids, and will allow the arrest warrant say she was gone 7 hours. There's probably witnesses that watched them kids outside all day. I'm going to bring you guys the story that's even more disturbing out of the newspapers. It's saying police, North Carolina, found 3 children aged 7 and younger drinking vodka while their mother was away from home for at least 7 hours. Tyeisha Coneisha Streater, 26, is charged with misdemeanor child abuse and contributing to a delinquency of a minor. Estonian police news outlets. According to the arrest warrants, found 3 children outside their apartment Monday. The oldest child had defecated outside and simulated a sex act on her brother. And that more than likely means it's probably have been done to her. If she's 7 years old and she simulated a sex act on her brother, more than likely somebody's touching that little girl. This is why I'm against the welfare system. Because the welfare system, the reason it's not coincidence that before welfare we never had this problem. Any other country with no welfare doesn't have this problem. It's not just coincidence that since we have welfare, we have this problem. Let me tell you something. In my documentary, I asked people from other countries without welfare, what do you guys do without welfare? What do you guys do without child support system? Oh, Donald, we couldn't lay down with just anybody. We couldn't sleep with 3 different people that with no crib, no car, no career that was going to run off. Oh, no, we had to make sure you was going to stay there for absolute certainty. What? No, just run out and sleep with him, and him. And he don't have no car. He don't want no kids. He can't take care of his other 10 kids. This, and a lot of people want to put up centers for the teenagers. But once they grow up without fathers and poverty, they're already killers at that particular point. Why should you care? Why should everybody else care? Because now we have to send our children out with children that grew up with no fathers. And what do they, and this is in our communities. So your neighbors, your children have to go to school with her kids. Her kids are already stimulating sex acts. According to the police, they was drinking alcohol at 7 and younger. According to the police. She says the vodka bottles was filled with water. The police written a warrant, so he must have had evidence that them joints was, and they're releasing it to the news that it was alcohol. Streeter told police her children were asleep when she went to the laundromat. I couldn't leave. My niece and nephew are 12 and 10, and they still can't be left alone. Streeter told the police her children were asleep when she went to the laundromat. With her 8-month, she got an 8-month-old child too? No way. And that the empty alcohol bottles found had been filled with water. She admitted leaving her children alone was wrong, but said she was gone for only 90 minutes despite the police report. Streeter is jailed on $25,000 bond despite her request to have it decreased so she could return to work. Online doesn't say if she has an attorney. The children are now left in the care of the grandmother, where the fool is the father. Oh my, you got 4 kids, no father. This is what I am talking about. Now, what do you think those kids are going to turn out to be? Why is the black community losing on every angle? Let's talk about why. High school dropouts. We can't graduate a kid out of high school to save our lives. We can't squeeze out a good decision. Teenage pregnancies. We top the charts. Every negative statistic you could possibly imagine, we top the charts. We top them. Every single one. We top them charts. Where do those kids come from? Yep. We can't squeeze. She got an 8-month-old. She got 4 kids. 4 kids. You just dropped one 8 months ago. Still no babysitter. No father. No money for a babysitter. She claims she went to the laundromat. And you will risk your children's lives to go to the laundromat, so you claim? I'm not even buying that. I want to give her the benefit of doubt, but I'm not buying that. This is why I'm against government assistance. Why am I against government assistance? Don't get me wrong, the elderly need it. Working in between jobs, let's say if something happened between your jobs, something happened, that's different. The handicapped need it. Our elders, and especially, of course. However, and even if it's a 6 months type of deal, but however, we got people living off of it. Now they living off Section 8. Some women are living off Section 8. All they got to do is sit at home, freak different men. You got no car. You in and out of jail. So what? So what? I talked to this female the other day. She just got a new crib off Section 8. And I already knew. And I was proving a point to some of my friends that was there. I put on speakerphone. I'm like, man, what's going on? What you on this weekend? Do you go out? Whatever. Oh, I don't have a babysitter. What's up with him? Oh no, he ain't around no more. What's going on with him? How many kids did he have? Oh, he had 5, with 5 different baby mamas. I'm like, wow. And you're laying down unprotected with somebody with 5 kids, 5 different baby daddies he can't even take care of. You're the baby mama number 6, and this is who you laying down with? But she ain't missed a meal. She ain't missed a meal. And a lot of times what happens with the welfare system is that once the mother has 3, 4 kids, 3 different baby daddies, don't miss a meal, get free medical, dental, free child care, free school, free everything. All you got to do is pay a few utilities, if that. And there's programs that'll help them with that. They get even free cell phone, taxes at the end of the year. The kids get free lunch. You don't miss a meal. Then they don't have to worry about those children getting pregnant, because once those kids get pregnant, they just get a check too. That ain't their headache. The kids go out, and it's a vicious cycle. And it spun us since 1965. I'm going to bring everybody outside our community recognize this, except us. Everybody outside our community know where the problem is. Everybody except us. Everybody except us know where the problem lies. We got to get rid of this vicious cycle. How are we going to stop this vicious cycle? How are we going to stop our communities in the way they are? Nobody wants to talk about it. I don't care. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to get straight to the point. Because in doing the documentary, I had to come exactly straight down as... How long has this problem been going on? Since 1965. What was introduced in that year? Welfare. Once you backtrack on how long we've been killing each other, how long we've been losing. Before welfare, what's going on in our community? First thing I did was what the problem was. And every statistic, all the jail inmates, what common denominator do they share? Single parent home. Okay, let's go to the dropouts. Let's go to every other statistics, the murders, the teenage pregnancies. Let's go to everywhere. What common denominator do they share? They come all from a single parent home. Okay, how long has this problem been going on? 1965. What was before 1965? Oh, none of them problems. 91% of black families had 2-parent households. Now, do you know where we stand? We stand at 73 to 90% single-parent households. There lies your problem. There lies your problem. There lies the problem. We want to duck dodge around the problem. I am sick and I'm tired of ducking and dodging the problem. I am. I sugarcoated it for so long and so many times that I sugarcoat it. You know why? Because don't nobody want to hear that. Don't nobody want to hear that. Because, to be honest, 80% of us grew up off of it. And then now, if you say that, you say, oh, no, see, nah, my mother didn't grow up off of it. I get to say, look, I got family members on that too. Cousins, everything. Of course, we all do. We all share the same common denominator. I'm not saying nobody is better than anybody. I'm not placing judgment. But this is our problem. Understand it. And until we address this problem, we're going to continue to lose. Some people may not care about our community. Some people are like, we're going to wash our hands of it. I'm not. Let's call out where the problem is, and this is where the problem is. Anyway, I want you to like, comment, let me know what you think about this video. To be honest, until we fix it, we want to rather beg the mayor, the government, to do for our children. Our children out here killing each other at record numbers. Record numbers. And we would rather beg the governor or the mayor to do for our children. I got a message Let's see what the Black Panthers think about that.
How long are you going to cry and blame your oppressor before you get up off your knees and do it your goddamn self?
Yes, we could beg. Let's see what the president can do for us. Let's beg the president. Do for us, help us, save us. How long you gonna do that? Till you get up off your knees and do it your damn self. This is my life in the shop.